Israel, China, Russia, and Persia, Iran. They're in prophecy. So what has to happen to the dominant American country, the power of the world, in order for the Bible to be right? America's influence has got to be reduced in the world. One man brought sin in the world. One man turned it around. And in these last days, one man, in less than 18 months, has changed the demographics of the world, so that the people who are together in the Bible are now aligning themselves to fulfill Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah. It's happening in front of our eyes right now. You don't know how and why God allows some things. And this is why his people should always be ready. Because the geopolitical systems now are taking America out of its dominance, out of the power it had in the world. Think, if you will. Think, if you will. Just think, for truth lovers. I don't know how to make an altar call, but truth lovers. We had an agreement with Persia. We had a nuclear agreement with Persia, with Iran. One man walked in and said, out with it. It's gone. Done with it. I'm not supporting it. It is now gone. Once that happened, because we had inspectors going in, making sure they were following the line. We had inspectors, we had cameras, we had people making sure things are right, and all of a sudden, I'm not in it. When we were taken out of it, they had freedom to do whatever they wanted because there was no more agreement. It was over. One man sends all kinds of monstrous carriers, and one carrier is more deadly than what most nations have, to intimidate the group, to make them sign a treaty. But you already had a treaty. Well, we got to go to war. So we're going to blast them now, their nuclear program, but you already obliterated it. I thought you already obliterated it. So what are we going back to war for now, since it's already obliterated? So who can we trust? The only thing I can trust right now is the Bible. The Bible. So here's what's happening. The world has to be in such a state that there's going to be another man who's going to be so smart. See, ain't no sense of y'all thinking who we have around here now is the Antichrist. They ain't smart enough. The Antichrist is going to be so smart that he's going to make a covenant with many for 7 years. But he's going to do something in the middle of the 7 years. And that is, he's going to cause a sacrifice and oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations, he shall make it desolate even until the consummation and determination shall be put upon the consulate. Somebody's Google Antiochus Epiphanes, the historical character who put a pig on the Jewish altar. He is going to be typical of the Antichrist, who after the rapture and the count begins, 3.5 years into it, he's going to do something that makes him plain. Notice what Jesus says. Jesus says, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by the prophet Daniel stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Followed Christianity and we follow Islam. We got the Quran and we got the Bible, and they got all the land. So what answer could I possibly give? Because here I am, a Christian. So my quick response was, people use the Bible through misinterpretation to collect things from other people that they shouldn't have. Do you know how often dominant culture has used religion to control other people? And it's interesting that the slave was controlled by the Bible, but it was the same Bible that kept the slave from losing his or her mind. You see, God moves in ways for the oppressed that folk who have power don't understand. When you think we are done, God raises us up, because the same God that's going to bring you into judgment is going to release me from judgment. And he's coming back again. I can't move now. It's going to be the end time. He said, here's what's going to happen. You're going to see something dreadful happen. He said, when you see that, don't go home for your coat. Don't go for your cloak. Head to the hills. Now, he's not talking to the church. He's not talking to the church. He's talking directly to Israel so they can go hide those 144,000. For you and I, we'll be gone. Give somebody a high five and say, cancel my appointment with the Antichrist. Touch somebody else, say, I won't be here. I'll be gone from here. I'm not going to be here when the tribulation comes. I'm going to be caught up to meet him, caught up to meet him, caught up to meet him in the air. That's why I treat folk right. That's why I love my neighbor. That's why I love people around me. That's why I live for God. That's why I give him glory. That's why I give him praise. That's why I'm on my knees. That's why I lift him up, because I don't want to be here. We got enough trouble right.